Good day, everyone. I'm Oluwaseun. Here with me is Mr. Lubinga Johnson, CEO, Autusbridge Consulting. You're welcome, sir.
Hello, Seun.
We are here to have a conversation about the new line of service Autusbridge Consulting recently launched, which is the Autusbridge Sales Academy. Why Autusbridge Sales Academy, if I may ask?
Yes, thank you so much, Seun. We all know that people can do things better if they are well trained. Autusbridge Sales Academy came not as a result of the fact, not for the reason that there are no training courses for people to attend, but what we have found out is the fact that for salespeople, an average salesperson, attends about 2 courses. For very good organizations, they take about 2 courses in a year. So, which means that for you to be able to attend 10 courses, maybe you will spend about 3 to 5 years for you to go for about 10 courses. But an academy will afford you the opportunity of a crash program. So those 10 courses that you would have done over a period of 5 years, you could do them in a couple of weeks, right? And because an academy will give you the opportunity to also be able to relate those courses together, rather than those times that you did them, as isolated courses, and then you can't find the linkage between those, very interesting, aspects of the business. So an academy will give you the opportunity to grow your career, where you can move from one level of the training of the program to another. So that's the reason why we are starting this academy. There are training companies around, there are training courses around, but we want people to be able to have the opportunity to save time and then save resources, by attending the academy.
Fine, thank you. Well said. I picked something from your conversation just now, just for the purpose of clarity. You said it's this academy, you're bringing courses more like having a crash program.
Yes.
I, for one, I'm going to associate crash programs with probably a rush through process. Now, my question is, are this the courses, the series of courses that will be taken during this academy, are they going to be taken as at in-depth level or just at the service level to be able to cover up a number of courses within a limited time?
Yes. So the curriculum, the design of the curriculum has been done in such a way that there is sufficient time for every module to be taken care of.
Okay.
And what we have also done is to inject assignments, projects, that will also help the learning. So when people leave the class, the way we have done it, people are going to come to class or be in class for 3 days. So the remaining days of the week will allow them to focus on the assignments or the projects that they will be given for the courses. So, and even after the program, some of the resources are still going to be online. So after the class interaction, people will still have the opportunity to go online, because they will be given the access to still be able to access those resources, that can, help them to refresh what they have learned. So it's not just a crash program, that will breeze through those courses. I've actually looked at it, at something that will give them, the in-depth knowledge. The idea is that yes, they are going to, sit down in those courses. Looking at it, it's still the same number of days. But what we are saying is that they are not going to do one course now, then do another in another 6 months or another 1 year. So we are compressing everything to a period where people within their vacation or within their, free time or in between jobs, they can quickly attend the academy, and acquire the skills that will prepare them for the next position.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can see that this is a lot aside the course, having interaction through the course, knowledge, assignment, project, case study.
Absolutely.
Wow. Thank you. Next question here is, how is this? I think you briefly mentioned it, but I want you to go more detailed this time around. How is this different from enrolling in individual courses?
Okay. So what we have done with the design is to be able to help people at the different levels of their career. So for example, the beginners program is for people who are newbies in sales. So maybe you have not gotten your first job at all, or you are on your first job. So you need to understand how to be effective as a salesperson. You need to understand the fundamentals of selling. You need to understand the basics that will help you to be able to manage customers very well, the fundamentals that will help you to understand the business, your product, your market, and all of that. And that will help you to be productive and settle in quickly. A lot of people get into sales roles and they continue to struggle until they're out of the job. And many of them depend on their first bosses to be able to teach them everything. But if you have a classroom and practical knowledge before you step into that role, it helps a lot. Then the next level is the beginner sales program 2, which helps you to be able to handle bigger responsibilities. Yes, you're still managing yourself as a salesperson, but now you have the opportunity to manage big accounts. All right. Then the next one is the managers program, where you are being trained how to manage other people. So at this point, you have been able to manage yourself successfully. You have delivered outstanding results. You have been consistent in your performance. Now the company wants to give you the responsibility to manage others, to be responsible for the results of others. So those things that you have done as a salesperson, your company wants you to be able to replicate it in others. So you acquire the skills to be able to manage people. These are different skill sets, absolutely. Then from that level that you are successful in managing small teams at the regional level or at the national level or area level, then you get to the strategic level, where you have to decide what kind of product lines, in terms of innovation that the company can go into. How does the company sell? How does the company grow? And sometimes as a salesperson, the responsibility to become the MD of the company might fall on you. So you need to understand the financials, you need to understand forecasting and projecting, projections. So all of these things are the elements that have been taken care of at these different levels. And of course, this is not just an academy, that you have yourself. This is a certification, and then the crop of faculty members that we have assembled all around the world are ensured to deliver value.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. I think I like the fact that you said it's also a certification.
Yes.
After this, we have something to brag about.
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh, and now that you mentioned all of this, I can actually see that lots of detailed planning was put in place, well crafted before the launch of this program.
Absolutely.
Well done, Mr. Johnson, on that. The final question will be, aside the knowledge gained, knowledge exchange, and the interaction, what are the other benefits that will accrue to me or other participants when they enroll for this academy?
Thank you very much. That's a very good question. So we believe that when people stay together in a program for a couple of weeks, there's interaction, there's networking opportunities for them, and we also have a business line that we call the sales biz, where we connect people with job opportunities, salespeople with job opportunities. So we are going to energize that, as we launch this academy, so that because a couple of times people have called me privately to say, oh, please, do you have people for this position? Do you have people that you have trained? So sometimes it's very difficult because somebody just came for a course, so you are not so sure of the quality of the person because they just attended just one random course. But people that have gone through the academy, of course, we are not just asking people to pass through a system. They are going to do the right tests and everything, and we ensure that they have the minimum score to be able to have that certification. So which means that anybody that has gone through this certification, we can vouch for them. We can recommend them for opportunities. And then after that, we are also going to have an alumni network where, create a virtual platform where people can interact, and then where from time to time we can provide support. And everyone that has gone through this program, of course, will have access to their facilitators. So they will have access to mentorship, they will have access to lifetime coaching. These are opportunities that, that the immense opportunities that we believe people will be able to benefit from if they enroll for these certification programs.
Thank you. To wrap up this session, I have 2 questions to ask you.
Okay.
One, I noticed during one of your conversations while I asked the question a while ago, you mentioned there are about 4 levels of certification. Now, are these levels progressive that once I attend one, I have to move to the next, or I can just choose randomly based on my knowledge gap. Then the second question I would like to ask, which is very important, do I have to attend or be a part of this academy via a face-to-face mode of interaction?
Okay, thank you for the double barrel question. So the first question is about the progression of the academy. Yes, we will recommend that people that are starters, that are freshers, because we believe that this is an accelerator program. So if you start from the beginner sales program level 1, you progress to level 2, you progress to the managers program, and you progress to the strategic, the advanced managers program. I wanted to say the strategic level management program. So the idea is that you move, along the ladder of your career with the course projection, with the program progression. But if you are already a manager of people, you may not necessarily have to go to level 1. All right. So the idea for us is that whatever is appropriate for you, and of course we can help you with a conversation, if you would like us to help you determine which level you consider to be appropriate for you, if we understand the skill gaps that you have, and then we look at the programs and be able to determine which one is appropriate for you. So it doesn't have to be so rigid in terms of attendance. You can choose, you can start from level 2 if you think that you have gone beyond the knowledge that you're going to gain from attending level 1 certification. So you can jump to level 2 or level 3 or level 4, as it is applicable to you. So it's absolutely your choice. But we know that anyone that passes through each of these levels has something to gain. Okay. Then the second question, we have the opportunity for people to attend virtually. So there will be live classes, and then the people that are attending virtually will also participate, for a very live interaction. And of course, we have the technology set to be able to accommodate a very interactive virtual sessions of the academy. And of course, those people also will have access to the online resources and then be able to submit their assignments and projects online. And then we are able to ensure that they get value for money, even though they are not present physically at those locations, to be able to throw banters and then, enjoy the meals, while we learn.
All right. Thank you. It's been wonderful having you.
Yes. So I want to speak to everyone there. If you know that you need this, there's no reason to delay, or you have someone that you want to recommend this to. So please go ahead and encourage people to enroll for this certification. We have designed this program with our environment in mind. We have been in this space for a couple of years, and we know what people need to be able to make progress in their careers, to be able to accelerate their careers, to be able to have an enjoyable sales career. Not a life of struggles and pains and sorrows, but a life of enjoyable career progress. So thank you so much, Sheung, and see you at the academy. Bye.